Hi guys, a very warm welcome here to a Classic Youngtimer Consultancy in Uden in the south of the Netherlands, and welcome again to a new masterclass for Vredestein. Today about these Italian Toro Blacks. Car design and specifically brand DNA will be discussed in this very masterclass. Now we're a bit more up close to these cars. I can show you a few things. Let's start with proportion. So imagine a human being. You will know immediately if we're talking about a man or a woman, about perhaps a bodybuilder or a ballet dancer. That is what proportions do. And it's what car designers apply to their cars. And this is an important part of brand DNA. What do we see? We see a relatively long nose, a cap in the middle of the vehicle and an engine at the back. The engineering defines what we will see with regards to proportions. In the surfacing, we go a step closer from proportions 10 meter distance towards surfacing. You'll see there is where the power is being put on the road. Anatomically correct, one could say, because this is where the wheel is. And specifically at the rear, this car is rear wheel driven, so that's where the real muscles are sculpted in the fender. An important feature that was developed outside of automotive design and was taken into a car design is the NACA duct, an air intake designed actually for aeronautical design. It's highly efficient, it doesn't cause any drag, any resistance in air, and the air does come in without any issues and can then go to either brakes or the engine, depending on the car. The NACA duct. Let's come a little bit closer even. Proportion, surfacing, jewelry. Jewelry, think of the jewels of your girlfriend, but also logos and headlights, the eyes of the car, and specifically modern day cars have a fantastic amount of sculpture within the sculpture of the car. What is typical about this car from the 70s and 80s are the very hard graphics. For instance, the headlight here, but also the air vent over there. Zooming out a bit more, we'll see black lines around the windows. And not just there, also here at the sides, connecting the multiple glass surfaces into one graphic. So welcome to the massive rear end of this sports car, and again very typical for its days. High contrast graphics, bold units placed on top of these large slotted grills, and again high contrasting color too. So not just shapes but also color, black inserts in bright red paintwork. Surely these cars are typical for their time. They are designed around the 70s and 80s, but they're actually a lot softer compared to other cars from the 70s and the 80s. Think of the Fiat Panda, think of the Volvo 740, the Lancia Delta Integrale, Lamborghini Countach. These were super hard, sharp cars. These are softer, and that's an important part of the brand DNA of this brand. So, now you know everything about brand DNA, what it means for OEMs, why cars look the way they look. Thanks for watching.